What's up, guys? D&L here. We're here with a Q&A. We're going to answer some questions y'all have had. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Answer some questions. Alright, what's the first question?
Alright, so how long have you been shooting?
I have been shooting since 2016. So I've been shooting for 3 years. I started out with a Bear Cruiser, fixed bin sight, trophy ridge. Really loved it from there. First time with a compound bow.
I've been shooting since 2013, so I've been shooting about 6 years. And I started out with a Diamond Infinite Edge, just hunting setup really, because the reason I got into archery, one of my friends, he had a bow and I was really interested in it, and I told him, I was like, can we shoot this? And he was like, sure. So I shot it and I fell in love with it instantly. And so I got my diamond bow and I was shooting it, and I shot it for probably 4 years, and I've just enjoyed it ever since. So the next question is, how did you start?
I shot one regional and a state tournament the first year. I started just shooting in the backyard every day, and then it kind of just evolved from there.
So the next question is just about S3DA. How did you get involved in S3DA?
I had a coach, Mark McWhorter, used to be the coach at Siegel Middle School, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and he had S3DA program. It wasn't anything big, but it was anybody who had a compound bow who was slightly interested. We shot, had a great time. He was really the first introduction to compound and S3DA archery, and that's how I started.
The reason how I got started is so I was shooting in my backyard for probably 3 or 4 years, and then my neighbor, he said something about scholastic archery at the local bow shop, and I didn't know what it was at the time very much, and so I went down and got introduced to it, and I just fell in love with it and started 2 years ago. This is my second year shooting S3DA. And the next question is about ASA.
Got into ASA through Stones River Archery, who I currently shoot for. I really didn't do a lot of ASA until this year. I went to my first Pro-Am, London, our first video. That's kind of where I started ASA, and it kind of evolved. Started doing a bunch of regionals and just a bunch of fun shoots, and started doing the extra stuff.
So I've been shooting ASA for, this coming up year will be my 3rd year shooting ASA. I started the same year I did S3DA. And so what are your plans for ASA next year?
I'm going to try to go to more Pro-Ams. London is definitely one that I want to go to. I really want to try to start going to more, but definitely having school in ASA season is definitely having to avoid having to try to take finals. But trying to go as many Pro-Ams as I can, and just shoots in general.
So I'm probably just gonna, this year I gotta go to every ASA except Paris, which I just didn't want to go to because it's like a 10-hour drive, and nobody wanted to do that, so I didn't get to go to that one. And I also didn't get to go to Fort Benning because I was working the Total Archery Challenge in Tennessee, which I really enjoyed that, so it was fun. I got to shoot it, and it was a blast. I'm going to do it again next year if I can. The next question is plans for next year. So
plans for next year, I'm trying to get a new bow. Hoyt hasn't released their new target bow models. Definitely waiting. They've stopped producing the Prevail. Hopefully in the next few weeks I'll really know what's going on with that, and hopefully get one ordered. Other than that, still staying open, trying to go to ASAs, doing S3DA. That's about it.
So my plans for next year is I'd like to go to more shoots if I can, more I'd like to go to Gator Cup, which if you don't know what Gator Cup is, it's just like an outdoor 50 meters on an 80 centimeter face.
It's a USAT tournament in Florida.
Yeah, my first outdoor tournament was our S3DA state, and the wind was really bad, and it left a really bad taste in my mouth about it because the wind was really bad. And so I just didn't care about it that much, and I went to nationals, and nationals wasn't as windy, and I loved it. So I'd really like to do more of those because we don't have a whole lot in Tennessee, so I'd like to go to some USATs if I can, and I definitely want to try and go to the Lancaster Archery Classic, the indoor shoot. And so yeah. But the next question, arrow twirling.
The big question.
The big question that's going around right now.
2019 arrow twirling.
Yeah.
There is positive and negative things with arrow twirling. The way I don't really have arrow twirling. Some could consider mine arrow twirling because I twist it back and throw it towards my bow, but it never turns on my hands. But I could see where it could be dangerous if somebody did it wrong, but it also helps calm people down. Calms people's nerves, has something to do with their hands. Definitely, I used to move my hat up and down every single shot. It used to calm me down.
Yeah, we would make fun of him for it too.
Everybody made fun of me for it.
But it did. Yeah,
but it worked. So that's the big question. There's definitely positive and negative things to that, but I don't know. Let's see what y'all say. Leave us something in the comments, and we'll see what you think about it.
So my take on arrow twirling is there's two sides to every story. So I see a positive and a negative, like around to both of it. A positive is like people who twirl their arrows. It's just what they do. They've done it so much it just becomes habit. They don't even think about it. And for NFAA to say no more, then it kind of gets in their head, oh, I can't twirl an arrow or I'll get disqualified. However, they're going to deal with it, so they're focused on not twirling an arrow, then what they should be focused on is shooting their shot. But I also see NFAA's point on it where it can distract the other archers. And I've twirled an arrow before and it's slipped out of my hands and it's gone either 10 yards uprange or downrange, or it goes somewhere, just practicing at home. And I can see where they're worried about that, messing with an archer. And so there's two sides to every story, but yeah. Comment down below and just see what y'all think.
Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all next time. See y'all.
See ya.